All right, everyone, I'm here doing another Raspberry Pi build. I know this has been something that a lot of people have been covering, but I am looking at the Retro Flag 64 Pi case, which, if you don't know, emulates a Nintendo 64. Since we never got a mini, let me open this up here for you guys to see. I happen to have two of these at this point in time, primarily because my Raspberry Pi 5 8 gig wasn't working, so I had to get another one. And this is kind of what the case looks like here. It's, you can't see it just because of my green screen, but it is the teal blue, and it is a very, very, very tight system to put a Raspberry Pi into. So, kind of going over what we did. I said install it. I had issues, got it figured out, got a new Pi board, got a new case just in case it was this, because I could not get it originally from Amazon. I got it from AliExpress, and that one didn't seem to work in my opinion. I'm also testing out also in the special blue as well. I'll put links to all this below. The Retro Fighters wireless Bluetooth 64 controller as well to work with my Raspberry Pi N64 mini. So let's get into this and kind of show you guys what I've done. That's a screenshot. I don't want a screenshot. Okay. So I have Battlesera loaded onto this, and I made it so it only looks like an N64 essentially is on here. Now, I may be completely mistaken over what I think the N64 controllers should be. I followed some steps online, and I was not able to make it work the way I wanted. Essentially, the C buttons aren't mapped in here. Let me know in the comments below if you have a better way to map all this for me in Battlesera. I can do a little bit more investigation too, but I know in the Raspberry Pi and Retro Pi emulation station, it kind of would pick something up like this. But this one isn't. I have to map everything, and the C buttons aren't mapping the way I expected. So, yeah, let me know if there's a different way I should be doing this and I'm not messing it, because I want this to work right as well. So, as you can see, I have all 64 games on here that I have. Japanese versions, which I don't need the Japanese versions necessarily. But let's get into something that I know near and dear to my heart, and that is Mario Kart 64. What's interesting about this controller is it has two Z buttons. But let's get into this.
Welcome to Mario Kart. Mario Grand Prix. Select your player.
I gotta pick my boy Yoshi here.
Select map.
And let's just do regular 50cc and make sure the layout is how I want it. Jump is still R. Because the layout that I had said to have the Z button in that config to one of the C buttons, which is just a big old pain to hold while you're doing this, instead of, the Z button, which is, essentially the R2 and L2 buttons. And I hit myself. This controller feels really, really nice in my hand. It feels great. I had accidentally picked up the 64 only version that uses a 2.4 gigahertz dongle that would attach to the 64 itself. But I want something that is more along the RetroPie image with Bluetooth here, and I found one that happens to match, you know, the clear blue essentially that matches the high 4K. So I do appreciate that as well. Ooh, so mushroom. Never gotten this many false ones before. There we go. So to me, I'm using the MuPin 64 layout for the emulator. You know, I think this feels really nice. You know, I like the aesthetics I hear. You know, I tried throwing my own splash screens into it. I do have that on the start. I do have the N64 disk drive logo on it. Music, I tried to add my own for the splash screen, which it didn't seem to work. Didn't investigate too heavily into it, but I do have my custom stuff here. I was going to throw in the Smash Brothers 64 theme song. Alright. I've never done this bad, and especially on 50cc. I just want to give this a whirl. I did a lot of testing, you know, outside this recording, just because I had such issues with it. So, I mean, Mario is on my butt. More. Like I said, I want the C buttons to work right, you know, just because I know there are some games that use the C buttons. Okay. So I'm just putting it through its tests right now. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Yep. Okay. What I have not tested is save state capability or memory pack saves on this Batacera build here. Because, you know, I remember having so many memory card packs on this 64 back in the day. By the mushroom, I'll be taking that shortcut. Yeah. Oh no, Mario. Oh no. I used to be able to get that. Nope. Saving it. Saving it. Oh, so don't put all these banana peels here. Alright, let's see if I can't get this shortcut here in this level. First time trying it on here. This game I played way too many hours on this in the 90s. Really, Mario? Really? You just had to run into me. Cool. Cool. I'm glad that happened. Okay. That's nice. Alright, let's do this race and we'll get back into another game. Somehow I'm supposed to be able to do save states in here. I don't know how. So some of these, if I got back in the habit, I would take all the shortcuts of this game. I spent dozens of hours, if not hundreds, just exploring every single aspect of these maps in this game. Because I was obsessed. Like, my buddy growing up, he would kick my ass in Super Mario Kart. So when 64 came out, he got it first. I had to wait till I get a job to be able to afford it. But 64 became my system. Just destroyed him in any game. Maybe honestly to the point where he didn't buy the next Nintendo system. That's But, you know, I'm excited for Mario Kart World to come out on the Switch 2, assuming tariffs just don't absolutely stop that from happening. They say, you know, yes, our pre-orders were kind of posed. So thank you for all those great tariffs. That's always fun. And to the point that it's affecting a lot more too. Like, you know, I get controllers from 8BitDo. And, well, I went to go order the last one that I've never... done before. The GameCube controller. I can't buy it anymore. It says nope, can't ship to the United States. If it's not currently in the U.S. warehouse, I cannot currently buy it. Okay, so save state is the special button, and that. Okay. Alright, so that is that one. So Let's try, what do we want to try here just to see how it works? Let's try Mortal Kombat. Make sure it has all the sounds and everything. And shameless plug right now. I am going to be playing every 64 game from publication date over on my Twitch channel. Make sure to go out to Graveyard Pod Out at night on Twitch and see me play and beat, hopefully, every Nintendo 64 game. I started with Pilot Wings. I did my absolute best on it. That game is stupidly hard.
Round one, fight.
Okay. Okay. My buttons seem to be...
Scorpion wins.
Oh no.
Round two, fight.
Interesting. I think this uses seize buttons.
Sub-Zero wins.
Somehow I pulled it off.
Round three, fight. Finish him. Sub-Zero wins.
Okay. Hold on. So I took a picture. Let's look at my controls. See, and this is where it has problems. It's literally this. That's the issue. And huh. Interesting. I thought maybe I would be doing it in here, but that doesn't seem to be the case either. Okay. Well, you know, it is what it is. I'll figure it out. I want to do one thing, and I want to show you guys something here that makes things a heck of a lot easier on here. Files user interface. Menu item visibility. Okay. So if you ever want to be able to load cheats into your game, you're wondering how you do cheats in this. was. Dang it. I thought it was here. It's supposed to be. Interesting. All right. So this is my N64 Mini. Thank you for watching. And if there's anything you want to see me play on Retro Alcove, let me know in the comments below. We'll see you next time.